So I had this computer board laying around, and some RAM and a CPU, 4th gen i5. It's a 4690K series, which means overclockable. This is a NZXT 510. It's a sweet mamma jamma. I'll put a picture somewhere so that you can see what I built. Parts, labor, blah 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 blah. I'm into it for about $1.75, $1.60, $1.75. I'll say. Got someone coming right now for it for $5. So if you have like a skill or a talent, you don't have to be building computers. Use it. That'll be your side hustle. Hey, where'd that computer go? Oh, yep, sold. I had it listed for 1 day, you guys. 1 day. Gaming computers are huge. Alright, it's budget build time, y'all. Budget build time. What we have here, as soon as I move my toothbrush cleaning utensil, we have the H81M. It's the mini. It's a little dirty, so what we're going to do is clean it up. We're going to pair that with an i5. What is this? i5. Oh, 4690K. Yeah, we'll pair it with that. Maybe do some overclocks on it. And also I have two of these. 16 gigabyte. DDR3, of course. I think these are 16s. I'm not sure. Let me see. 16GX. Here's the number on it if you need it. So without further ado, let's clean this board up. First I'm going to start off by taking off this fan and heat sink. Okay, with everything loose now, remove your heat sink. You know, gently slide out your fan to the best of your ability. Unplug it. Don't just go ripping on the wire, you know. Put some effort into it, guys. This isn't Linus Tech where we can afford a bunch of stuff. We are not well-off kind of people. What I'm going to have to do is do this two-handed because that clip doesn't want to let go. It's not a complete necessity to take this fan all the way off, but I want to brush the board. And what I mean by brush the board is I'm going to take a soft bristle toothbrush and clean every spot of this board. I'm not taking that out. It's giving me too much problems. I am not going to do it. So here's the little overview. There's even dust under here. I might have to take this heatsink all the way off and clean it all the way. That's to be determined. Let's get this CPU out and see what we got working with here. I already know what it is. Pentium G. G for gee whiz. No wonder it wouldn't play Fortnite. I did try to load Fortnite on this, and it played halfway. This is the G3240, so that'll go in a minor. Yeah, I said that right. That will go in a minor. Alright, let me inspect these pens here with a close-up view. The pens look decent. Really, really decent. Now, before I go to brushing anything, I'm going to take my CPU. There's a dot on the board right there. It lines up with that arrow right there. With that arrow. There's two divots right here on your board that you almost can't mess this up, but it's been known to happen. You just set that in there. Like I said, this is a budget build. So we're using used parts. I got free or next to nothing. I did spend $150 on this, just to let you know ahead of time. And put that back in there. Crank it down. Bend the hell out of it. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I'm going to have to brush this board with the CPU in there because I don't want dust, dirt, and all kind of gunk going in between my CPU pins on board. And it's dirty. I don't know if you can see that. It's a dirty sucker. What I should do is do a complete recall of this. Take it out, get the rubbing alcohol, and go crazy with this thing. I'm just going to brush it off for now. Brush it off for now. We might sell it. We go selling this, potentially for a couple, $400, put a video card in it, maybe a little more. Then I'll take it apart and clean it all because we're about $400. You want one that looks like a brand new piece here close to it. People are picky, as I am, so you get what you get. Alright, I'm going to clean the back of this cooler off. This shouldn't be a really long video, but it could possibly well be. You never know, you know? We'll just see how it goes as it goes, alright? Get some of this rubbing alcohol scattered across this bad boy. Always try to get high concentrated alcohol when you're cleaning computer parts, tearing computers down. This is only 50%. It'll work if you give it time to air out. You get that alcohol, it'll help it dry faster. Just letting you know. Let's see if we can't get this crap off this heatsink here. Oh yeah, it'll come off easy. Very important that you get as much of the thermal paste off as possible because you don't want air pockets between your paste and your CPU. You don't want it going bad on you before you even get any further. Alright? New thermal paste ordered from Amazon. It was like $10 or something like that. I don't even remember. Took a millennia and a decade to get here because the weather in Texas was horrible. I finally got my, did a video on R9 398 gigabyte and I needed thermal pads. That came in the same time. I had to go source thermal pads for $18 and change. Yeah, just for generic ones. With all that being said, let's get on with this, man. We're going to put some of this thermal paste on the CPU. Everybody has their own methods. They do what they want, and I'm going to do what I want. I'm just going to put it right there. That's plenty enough. It's probably overkill, actually. It's not going to, it doesn't conduct. It's non-conductive, so don't worry about that. And then all we're going to do is line it back up how we had it. I'm going to try to keep all my wires here tied in a little knot. I'll make them look pretty after the build. I'll take some, I got some wire. I don't know what's called. There's something for wire that put over top of the wire. It's black gathering. Wait, you put them wire. I don't know what it's called. Let's just keep it that. Line these up, push them in. I like to look because I make mistakes a lot on builds, I'm not going to lie. So, I'm going to up. Let's see what's going on with this. That was in, that was in. This one's kind of in. Get going. Never had a heat sink give me an issue. Yeah, get kind of right now. Make sure these are on the open position too. That always messes with you. We're in there, we're not in there. I don't know why. Oh, put a little force on it, I guess. I don't want to break nothing. I don't like to get physical like some of these other build people that are out there because I can't afford to go buy another part. Straight up. If I could, I'd be slapping these things on in a couple seconds, you know? Alright. So, now that we have the 4690K in, let's slap this RAM in. It seems to be decent RAM, you know? Beggars can't be choosers sometimes. I'm sure 16 gigs of speed will help. Yeah, buddy. Alright. Push them down till you hear them click in. Do that 2 times. Sometimes boards will be in 4 parts. You'll have 4 gigs times 4. Unless your board holds more. It's up to you what you're going to put in your board. But for gaming, 16 gigs is going to be the minimum for this guy. I'm just letting you know. Alright? Now that's pretty much it for this. Okay? We're going to skip on to the case. We'll do the power supply, board insertion, hard drives, and run a quick test. Next up we got the NZXT 510. I believe this is the H510. It is. Okay. Alrighty. Took the front glass off and the back panel just to make the process a little bit quicker. Okay, so we have this thermal tape. I believe it's a 430 watt. You know, yeah, it is. We're not powering up the fuse with this. We're not putting in a 30 series. Not putting in a 20 series. So this is going to be a temporary source for power right at the moment. Let's not that in there. Get that part done. We'll use some video magic on this part. You want to see this. 4 screws. I did mention they sent this with screw kit, right? Beautiful. Just beautiful. They want you to be prepared when you're ready. This case comes with a nub right here, already pre-installated, so you can nub it there and then put your screws in. So I'm going to finish screwing the board down and we'll get to the other basics. Alright, this case comes with plenty of storage. You have room for 2 SSDs, 2 full HDs, possibly another SD right there. It's up to you what you're going to use. For right now, we're just going to put in a 500, a 750, and then later today I'm going to put in a 120 solid state for startup. Alright, let me get this wrapped up and I'll show you where we're at. Alright, that's what it should look like. And it mounts right at the bottom. Alright, sure you can put another solid state here and 2 here. I'm going to get those later on. I've got one coming for 120 gigabytes. That way it speeds up. Whenever you go to boot it, it boots fast. Let me get this installed and we'll move along. Well, with kind of a nice and tidy wire up job here, we had a few things we had to do. Like, I'm not so proud of this 4-pin. The wire's too short. I'll just get another power supply. In this power supply, the wire was too short to go up over there without taking a chance and bending that all the hell and back. So I just ran it over the RAM for now. I will upgrade the power supply and put a bigger video card in here. It's 2 gigabyte just to test it out. I don't know if I'm going to do all that, if I'm just going to sell this thing for a couple hundred. I mean, it's a gaming PC. We're going to run some benches right now. Go out and test a few things, see what we can do about this. Of course, as always, updates for Windows, etc. They thought I turned that option off, but apparently on this hard drive, I didn't. So, boo for row. Let me get this cleaned up. We'll get a nice little light in here, something aesthetic for the gamers or the miners. There's all kind of room in here to load this thing up. So let's get this thing looking beautiful. I'll show you the end progress here. So, a little nifty trick to help your friends out. I have 2 YouTube accounts. Well, really 3, because the third one's just a crappy game account. We don't do much on it. I have this one for viewing. And then when I go outside, because I built that computer, I'm going to beat the crap out of it. Go outside, then you kick on your YouTube on your phone with the account you always use. I mean, whatever, you can have multiple YouTube accounts, just use them correctly. Oh yeah, I'll turn that down a little bit. That reminds me, I didn't throw it up on this one yet. Shit. Whoops, I mean crap. There you go. Now you got 2 of them, buddy. Did I do it on that one? Sweet. There's an extra. Time to go to work. She's up and running. Let me turn you over to her. She looks pretty. You're on my tripod here. I probably should have took you off. Let me show you. I mean, there ain't no RGB or nothing in there. It's just your standard gaming computer. It has a 2 gigabyte graphics card, which should be 4, but the price of 4 right now is a little more than what I paid for everything. So with that being said, I'll get you a couple frame rates on a few games I downloaded. I'm still downloading, what are we downloading now? I think we're downloading Warzone. Maybe I paused it, I can't remember. Yeah, I paused it. And that's slowly going to take forever. So let me get you a couple benches on this. It's not going to be nothing spectacular with this video card that we have in here, but it will be decent enough to play. Alright, let me get to it.